I hope we've made it in time. The war breaks out and then both sides find out that neither side was responsible. Wouldn't that be awkward? Sir, I have bad news. We contacted the Republican Army about the group we apprehended, but they're unconvinced that they were responsible. I can't say that I blame them. It sounds as though they've sustained far greater damage than we did. Still, does that mean the Republican Army is preparing to attack? Unfortunately so. I believe one of their armored airborne divisions has completed battle preparations. At this rate, an armed conflict may be inevitable. No! If only we could find a way to negotiate with them. Did you manage to get anything out on those guys you captured? Like who that guy in the glasses who ran off was? No. We know that they were paid very well, but we're kept largely in the dark about their client and his objectives. By the way, who are you? Oh, me? Yeah, just who are you anyway? That man in the glasses called you one of the children? I also remember something about a silver puppeteer and a white rabbit or something like that. Very suspicious. Now. What to do? I'm not really supposed to tell anyone about my affiliation. Your what? Affiliation? Wait, are you? You're probably dead on. Yay, you finally came. I thought you were never going to show up, Lecter. Sorry. I had some things to take care of over in Crossbow. Sorting out our office for those scary people. Yeah, pretty much. Who are you? Setting aside the lack of uniform, I'm assuming you're also a member of the military? That's correct, sir. I'm Captain Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Intelligence Division. I've come to assume responsibility for negotiations with the Republican Army. What? The Intelligence Division? So you must be... so you're Captain Lecter. If what I've heard is true, it sounds like the situation will be in good hands. The negotiations with the Republican government are already underway. It'll be in our best interest to avoid unnecessary conflict, especially with the trade conference only 2 months away. His Excellency the Chancellor is of the same opinion. I see. I should have known the blood of an Iron Chancellor's name would surface sooner or later. So, that's the stance of the reformist faction's leader. His face might make you wake up in a cold sweat, but he's pretty fun for an old guy, really. Anyways, just leave this to us. We'll have it sorted out in no time. Sounds like you've been taking good care of that little pipsqueak for us, too. Cheers, guys. Boo! I'm not a pipsqueak! Oh well, bye-bye, everyone! It was fun getting to know you all. I hope we can see each other again sometime. Hold on. Wait a... Well, there they go. Isn't the Intelligence Division the branch of the Imperial Army responsible for gathering and processing information? Well, I would think that would be in the name. The name would be implied in the name Intelligence Division, but Emma, for a smart girl, you sometimes just point out the obvious. They're not as uptight as their name might suggest. They deal more in espionage than intelligence gathering. The provincial armies fear them as much as they do the railway military police. Figured as much. I just can't believe a child like her is part of the army. I see. So she's one of the Iron Bloods. Sir? That's quite an imposing name. The Iron Bloods are said to be a major group of youths with high intelligence and special abilities taken in by the Chancellor. They work with the Intelligence Division and the Railway Military Police, but they answer to him, or so the rumors go. I wouldn't have dreamed their ranks ran quite as young as that girl looked, though. She hardly seems to be suited in life for to life in the military squad. Yeah, there's something about that doesn't feel right. Still, it looks like we may yet be able to avert war with Calvard. Are you serious? I've heard many rumors about Captain Lecter, Scarecrow, as he is known by some. I'm given to understand he's succeeded in almost every unofficial negotiation he's undertaken. And if even the Chancellor himself is taking action, success seems almost guaranteed. 3rd Armored Division, stand down to alert level 2. All airships currently on patrol to return to Zinder Gate at once. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, we learned a little more about everything that's going on. Finally know who the Rei Ayanami cosplayer is and what her role in everything is. Good to know she's on our side. She's pretty tough. Looks like crisis averted, everyone. That's good. Roll out. Oh, this is nice. That was a nice little ending to everything. I have to say, though, something's going to happen, because if we all remember back to the beginning of the game, there was a war going on. So there's war is going to break out somehow, but how, who, what, when, where, how, why, who knows? That's what the game's all about, huh?
Precisely on time.
Comrade G, you've done well.
Darth Vader, is that you? But not too far off.
Comrade C, I wasn't expecting you to come all this way.
A leader has to make sure all the gears are moving as they should. It sounds like the plan was a resounding success.
Keep your pity to yourself. Our aim was to stir up a conflict with the Republic that would force him to let his guard down. To that end, this wretched state of affairs could hardly be called a success.
I'm gonna have to agree with Gideon on that one. If their aim was to cause a war, they certainly didn't do it.
And yet, even this outcome will work to our advantage in the days ahead. After all, we demonstrated that he faces the risk of his ranks being divided without warning at any time. And neither the Icy Maiden nor Scarecrow can hope to outwit us.
You have a point. We should begin making preparations for the next step of our plan.
Which is?
The time has finally come to present ourselves on the world stage.
Well, how's that going to work to your advantage? If you're trying to manipulate things from behind the scenes, you might want to stay behind the scenes.
That's the spirit.
Shadowy figures, you. Hey, Sarah.
Ooh, boy. At least all's well that ends well, right? Everyone in Group A is safe, and we narrowly avoided war with Calvard. Though I can't say I was expecting the Intelligence Division to show up when they did. A jet black airship. Probably one of Reinford's latest models. The military uses them for reconnaissance. The nobles and the rich just use them for fun. But as for how they got one...
Guessing they probably bought it.
You wouldn't happen to know anything, would you?
You really are a sharp one, Lady Sarah. It's almost troubling. I'm I'm impressed that you could tell I was there.
I'm pretty sure you let me have that one. I felt a familiar sensation, though, just for a second. Makes me think back to this one time, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, you say?
Never mind. But you really don't know then, where that airship came from?
I'm afraid not. I checked the Rhineford Group's manufacturing records and couldn't find a trace. At least not in the official files.
Sounds like Rhineford has its own issues to deal with. Well, let's put that aside for now. I'm on my way to the settlement. What are you planning to do?
Well, I would like to give my regards to Master Gwen, so I would like to accompany you if that's all right. I can hardly wait to see the look on Lady Elisa's face when I show up.
Sometimes I actually feel bad for that girl.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be thrilled. But she's a bit of a spoiled brat in some respects, but I do have a little more respect for her after her talk she had with Reen. She's not an annoying character though. She's just a little bit spoiled. I love this little piano line. Oh, it's so beautiful. This track right here is so good. They've played it a couple times. Thank you all for everything. I'm so glad for the kindness you've shown us. I'll never forget all the things I've seen and learned here. Indeed, I feel as though I've gained something truly invaluable. It makes me happy to hear that. Bro, Reen, Eustace, Come on now, Lily, don't cry. Lily, Toma, thanks for all you've done. You have my thanks as well. It was a pleasure meeting you. I'll return again when I have the opportunity. Until then, you've got to take care of everyone here for me, Toma. Leave it to me. Elisa, Emma, thank you so much. It was great getting to know you. I hope we'll have another chance to discuss sweets and fashion again someday. Thank you again for the wonderful tea recipe. It may take a while, but I hope that one day I'll be able to make it as warm and aromatic as you. I know you'll be able to do it. It seems that this has been quite the experience for them. Indeed it does. Still, Sharon's as attractive as ever. But you're quite the bodacious beauty yourself, instructor. Oh my, aren't you the charmer? If only you were a little younger, you'd be just my type. Instructor! And grandfather, at least try to be serious for this once. Sorry, I can't help myself sometime. Anyways, to be serious for a moment, it would seem you've made a discovery of your own. Yes, I think I finally understand why you left Rhineford Company when you did. Is that so? You've been with me ever since I was a child, so I think I know as well as anyone how much you've given to the company. Because of that, it was even harder for me to understand why you would just turn your back and let Mother take over. But now I think I finally understand. You left because you truly loved the Rhineford Company, didn't you? Precisely. Since the Orbital Revolution, the Rhineford Company has created the technology that has defined people's modern lives. From railways to heating, orbital cars, airships, even tanks and guns, I regret none of them. What I did regret, however, were the railway guns we built 5 years ago. I thought so! With my apologies to the Lieutenant General, those railway guns are a little more than instruments of mass murder. With their innate limits in range and deployment, they have no real strategic values in war. Their sole purpose is a weapon of mass destruction, dying to effectively hold the innocent people of Crossbell hostage. In other words, to stop provincial or Republican army invasion before it starts. Nothing more, nothing less. It's an unpleasant truth to acknowledge, but I have no rebuttal. My daughter may have signed off on the project, but as one who saw them completed, I was terrified at what we made. I feared that somewhere along the way, we sold our principles and our souls as craftsmen to the highest bidders. When my daughter took over the company chair, I took the opportunity to step back from Rhineford and really think about where we'd gone wrong, about how we'd come to this point, and how to make up things right.
So that's why. I guess you probably don't have any intent of returning soon?
I'm afraid not. All that's happened in the past 5 years has only strengthened my resolve. The company environment, my daughter's leadership of it, things have changed too much. For now, I'll let her take care of things from the inside. As for me, I'll do what I can from the outside to help the company find its way forward.
Master Gwen.
Haha, I think Thor's Military Academy is a fine place for you to be right now. Huh? No doubt, there are still many obstacles lying ahead for you. But when you put your head together with such a diverse group, you're bound to see things you might have not otherwise. Just like you did while you were here.
You may be right. I'll do what I can to try and see things from a different perspective than both you and Mother. Both as a member of the Rhineford family and, more importantly, because I owe it to myself.
Proud to hear it. Reen, Gaius, Eustace, Emma. You'll take good care of her for me now, won't you? Of course.
Leave it to us.
We'd be happy to. Very well.
Grandfather, stop that!
I'd love it if Sharon could stay here with me a bit longer, though. I don't suppose I could tempt you to look after me for a while instead, could I?
I'm afraid not. I have to return to my duties as Class 7's caretaker.
My poor heart.
Grandfather, please!
It's almost time for the train to depart. You should begin making your way over to the platform. Thank you. Take care, Lieutenant General.
Bye, everyone!
Bye-bye. Sob. These kids.
May the winds and the goddess Allah always guide your path.
Farewell. I look forward to meeting you again someday. Goodbye.
Thank you for everything!
Keep up the good work.
Well, we didn't increase in rank, did we? Oh, man.
Good
Maybe
showing,
we did.
everyone.
We got a great B grade at least. Class 7 bonds have strengthened. Oh, okay. Elliot wasn't even on this mission, but I'll take it. Sure. Okay, so Chapter 3 is at an end. Oh, I just saved it. Yes, I just saved it. Let's continue. Continue forward. Forward march! To the year 1204. If you say so. Serious music.
Negotiations with the Republican government are complete. The possibility of an armed conflict in the Nord Highlands has been successfully averted. However, they did demand that we hand over the mercenaries responsible from the attack as part of their terms.
I suppose that's acceptable. After all, it was a shortcoming on our side that allowed that incident to occur. We should consider this a chance to place Rocksmith in our debt, especially with the trade conference on the horizon.
Yes, sir. Though it's regrettable that we were unable to catch the mastermind. There's not a doubt in my mind that he's one of the ringleaders.
It seems we'll need to exercise greater caution from now on, if this is what they're capable. Our next concern is the upcoming summer festival. Any thoughts as to the optimal placement of the Ironbloods?
I believe their primary target will be next month's trade conference. I propose posting Lecter to the east and Millium to the west. That leaves me here to take care of the capital.
It's almost like you read my mind. Very well then. I'll leave the preparations to you.
Yes, sir. With all respect, don't be afraid of working me hard, sir. I could run these kinds of logistics in my sleep.
Ha! I am all too aware of how indebted I am to your abilities. That's why I'm leaving the summer festival in your capable hands. Perhaps you may even consider using them as a test.
Please excuse my intrusion, Your Excellency. His Excellency the Governor has arrived and wishes to speak with you.
Ah, show him in.
As you wish, sir.
Coming in. Oh, forgive my intrusion. I didn't realize you had company.
No, it's quite all right. I just finished giving my report. It's wonderful to see you again, Governor.
Likewise. I think it's been, what, 2 months since we last spoke? I'm in your debt for helping out with the security arrangements at last month's commemoration event at City Hall. I'd been looking forward to thanking you in person.
Glad to have been of service. I'll be sure to pass on your thanks to everyone else involved. Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
Good work as always, Captain.
It never ceases to amaze me that a woman like that heads up the Ironbloods. Your icy maiden has the provincial armies positively scared stiff.
Competent as she is, she's not the group's primary member. But she and the rest of the Ironbloods continue to do some fine work, especially against those cunning vipers amongst the ranks of the nobility and the 4 great houses in particular.
Agreed.
So this bespectacled man is Machias's father, right?
But we'll need to stay vigilant.
I'm pleased that you agree, Imperial Governor Carl Regnitz.
Yeah, okay. So that confirms it. That's what I was thinking.
The feeling's mutual. Chancellor Gileath Osborne.
And the Chancellor. Okay, well.
Of course, and that's exactly why I intend to go with him. Next month's conference may be the West Samoria Trade Conference in name, but it's far more than that. It's the region's first international conference in modern times. So the discussions won't be limited to economic matters. Regional security and other timely issues are sure to come up.
I see. So that's why all the region's heads of state will be in attendance?
Precisely. President Rocksmith will represent the Republic of Calvert, of course. Prince Albert will be representing the Principality of Remiferia as its head of state. Crown Princess Claudia will be coming to represent Liberal in place of the Queen. And representing Crossbell State, we have Mayor Croyce and Speaker McDowell. All of them are either heads of state or their acting representatives.
Meanwhile, Erebonia is sending Chancellor Osborne as a representative of the Imperial government. But Father is the head of state, isn't he?
Indeed. That's why I'm planning to go as well, even though I'm far from the ideal candidate. The Imperial family needs to be represented to make sure all sides are on equal terms.
You shouldn't be so harsh on yourself. But I think I understand the situation. I feel so ashamed. I shouldn't have to rely on you to educate me about simple politics like this.
Hmm?
Recently, I feel as though all my inadequacies have been staring me in the face. I wish every day I had the intelligence and quick-wittedness you possess. And I wonder, am I truly capable of inheriting the throne from Father?
You know, Her Highness Princess Claudia of Liberl once said exactly the same thing.
She did?
As the successor to the throne of Liberl, I've heard that she agonized over whether she was fit to become queen. But eventually, she came to terms with her own inexperience and vowed that she would strive each day to overcome it. And I have no reason to believe that my talented brother cannot do the same.
Olivert, thank you. Your support means a lot to me.
That said, I do think you should spend more of your time living life the way you want to. I don't think anyone would blame you for wanting to indulge your interests once in a while.
I am how I am, I'm afraid. To be honest, I'm a little jealous of how being so open and carefree comes so naturally to you.
Well, I think it'd be less concerning for all involved if you avoided taking after me too much.
Another thing, I sometimes find myself admiring Chancellor Osborne's strong-willed nature as well.
Oh?
He was quite forceful in introducing the Imperial Transportation Act last year, despite the opposition's objections. But ever since then, I've heard the number of orbital car accidents has fallen dramatically. I can see why Father trusts him so much.
Well, I wouldn't disagree that was a fine piece of policymaking. The campaign he launched with the help of City Hall was exceptionally well executed. But on the other hand...
Honestly, don't you think it's a little early in the day to be having a stuffy political discussion?
Alphen?
Oh, have your lessons already finished for the day?
Indeed. They gave us the afternoon off to prepare for the summer festival. But come on, Cedric. You need to stop taking everything so seriously. We're 15. It's far too early for us to be worrying about politics.
They're 15. They look like they're like 10.
Actually, I'm not sure 15 is too early, to be honest.
What you should be concerned about is being more of a man at official parties. Blushing head to toe just from a lady asking you to dance? Shameful. Totally shameful.
Come on. Why do you have to bring that up again?
You know, that did wonders for his popularity. The ladies at that party were swooning left and right. He was playing their maternal instincts like a harp.
Well, I can't deny that. Even some of the men there were fawning over him, saying Cedric was more of a youthful flower than me.
Surely you're kidding, right?
That reminds me, Alphen. Have you decided on your dance partner for the upcoming garden party?
Yeah. You've always avoided dancing at official functions.
Curious, are we? Well, I do have someone in mind this time. Although whether I can get him to say yes...
Really?
My. Sounds like you aren't just blowing smoke. Imperial Chronicle is going to have a field day when they find out.
You're really going to dance with someone? Could it be a son from one of the 4 great houses?
That's for me to know and you to discover. He is a noble, though. I'll give you that much. Oh, that reminds me. Prince Olivert? I have a proposal I'd like to discuss with you.
She was the girl with Reen's sister earlier, right? And it's probably Reen she's going to want to dance with, right? Am I right? Am I right?
I should open that letter from Reen that came in this morning. I'm almost afraid to think how Her Highness would have reacted if she found this.
Yeah, so it was her with Reen's sister, and this is Reen's sister.
Dear Miss Schwarzer. Really, Reen? Still Miss Schwarzer? I'm your own sister.
did it say? Wow. Okay. Gee. Oh my goodness. We just skipped a few weeks.
Mid-July. Summer had come to Trista, and that meant it was time for us students to dust off our short-sleeved shirts. Months of experience under our belts, we finally found ourselves adjusting to the rigors of our coursework. And it was during those early days of summer, before the heat became well and truly withering, we saw the start of a uniquely seasonal new lesson.
Oh yeah? What is that? What could it be?
All right, that should be enough of a warm-up.
Swimming. Okay. But we're swimming in an indoor pool. Couldn't we do this like any time of the year?
I'm supposed to remind you that swimming classes here are meant to teach you skills relevant to military service. You know, how not to drown if you wind up in the water, how to save others from drowning, CPR, that kind of stuff. In fact, CPR is a pretty vital skill on any battlefield. Reen, Elisa, would you care to give us a demonstration?
Ha ha ha.
Instructor!
In front of everyone?
Come on, guys, just kidding around. Point is, it's still important that you learn how to do it and that you won't hesitate to use it if the need arises. Whether that means locking lips with someone of the same sex or the opposite.
Of course. Well, it is a skill we can use to save someone's life.
After we've covered that, I'll be timing how long it takes each of you to swim the length of the pool. Will you give me a hand, Laura?
As you wish.
Yeah, she's like a professional swimmer, isn't she? Or like, at least a really good one. You're up, Gaius. Ready and go. Ready and go. You're next, Emma. Ready, go. Wow, look at Gaius go. Yeah, I heard he used to swim in that lake in the Highlands every summer, so I expected that. Emma's a lot faster than I thought she'd be, too. Though it's not so much her swimming ability I envy. What do you... Oh, I get it. You don't need to get it. Anyways, what are you doing just to start? What are you doing just staring at girls in swimsuits? I'm not staring. My eyes are just pointed in that general direction. Well, any guy would have a hard time taking his eyes off of our class's girls. I'm not even sure who to gawk at first. I mean, even the other guys are handsome. You're pretty toned yourself, Reen. You think? Well, it does look like you put in a lot into your exercise and training. As for you, Elliot, I think you're better just the way you are. Aw, really? I don't think I want to imagine Elliot all buff and ripped. Hey, what's that on your left side of your chest, Reen? Some kind of scar? Huh? Oh, you're right. It's so faint that I hadn't noticed it before. Oh, that. It's some kind of mark. It's been there as long as I can remember. Don't know how I got there, though. Really? It's kind of like a birthmark. It's awful weird. Birthmark. It does look like a scar. Wow! Actually, when I look at it more closely, it looks as though a bunch of little scars are all knitted together. It makes you look really manly and tough. I wish I had one now. Seriously? It really wouldn't suit you, trust me. I can't believe we finished with the exact same time. We must be destined to strive against each other forever. Pff, What are you talking about? The only one I was competing against was myself. And even then, I barely put much effort into it. Well, it's not like I was giving it my best either.
Haha, these two.
Shh. That was refreshing. I wouldn't mind swimming a little longer, actually.
Okay, Laura, are you ready? I'll time your lap. Though I doubt I really need to, considering you're in the swim club. No, please do. So Laura's next. You can tell she's a member of the swimming club just looking at the way she stands on the block. Ready and go!
Whoa, she's fast. How's she doing it? Impressive. Well done.
Let's see. 20.02 seconds. Not bad at all. Alright, I think it's time for me to dive into the mix. Everyone, pick a partner. It's time for a little head-to-head competition.
Well, that came out of nowhere.
Oh, races.
It appears we've been given a chance to settle this once and for all. I'm ready when you are.
I think we'd be a good match, Emma. How about it? True, our times were pretty close. How about it, Laura? Want to partner up with me? Not today, I'm afraid. I wish to challenge Fee this time. Me? Laura? But your times weren't even close. Well, all right, let's go with it. I guess that leaves me with Reen. It's your lucky day again. Wait, why me?
It looks like Eustace won, and then Elisa won that race.
I'm exhausted. You know, it seems like it would be pretty effective as a part of a diet plan.
Yeah, swimming is the best workout.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to win this, is there? Go easy on me, Gaius. Same to you.
Ready, go!
Oh wow, I have to actually do this, huh? Okay, press triangle or circle when the two circles overlap. Doing this repeatedly will increase your speed. All right, it's a mini game. I don't think I won, but I got third. Can I try again? I didn't really exactly understand what I was doing for a little while. I'll retry, of course. Ready, go. I just need a little practice the first time. We got it this time. Second place. Is he going to give me another chance to retry? I bet I can do even better. I thought I was going to win for a second, and then I started messing up. No, if it's going to give me unlimited tries, I'm going for it. We're going for first place. Did I get first? Oh! It took me 3 tries to get there, but I got it. I got first place. Yeah, it's not going to let me retry. Because I got first. There we go. I actually won. Yeah, with 3 tries, but yeah. Haha, nicely done, Reed. I'm exhausted. Okay, are you both ready? Not quite.
Fee, how about giving it all you've got this time?
Huh? Laura? What if I already did?
I don't think so. I could tell just by watching you. Don't make light of me. Your earlier time was certainly not the best you're capable of.
Well, it's not very polite to your opponent to hold back. This isn't like the battlefields you grew up fighting on. It's a place you can grow and better yourself by challenging others. Deep down, I know you realize that.
Good. Then let us begin.
Looking at them like this, it's obvious how different their builds are.
If build were all that mattered, we would have turned in faster times than either of them.
I imagine the difference lies in their control of their bodies.
Ready? Go!
What?
Incredible!
Did they tie? I couldn't tell. From the camera angle, it almost looked like they tied, or maybe Laura finished first.
Which of them was first?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Close to call.
No, there was a tiny difference. Laura came out ahead on this one.
Having long arms might have been the deciding factor, even.
Oh, I wish I could have joined in.
Well done.
The same to you. You can do this when you want to, and yet you consistently hold back. Why?
No reason, really? Too much effort, I guess.
It seems we truly cannot find a middle ground.
Yeah.
Well, the temperatures are going up, and I don't know about you, but I'm wilting like a flower. But as everyone knows, when the heat is on, that's when the refreshing power of beer is at its peak.
No.
Oh, maybe I should use my free day tomorrow to hit up all the capital's beer gardens.
If you're wanting for us to stop you, you're in for a long wait. So, do you have some classy gentlemen lined up to go with you, or will you be flying solo again?
You just had to ask. Anyway, moving on. Your next practical exam's coming up next Wednesday. I'm sure you're already used to them by now, but just make sure you're ready. Yes, instructor. That means next weekend will be our field study then?
Feels like we just got done with our last one.
If we're tied up next week, I guess it won't be able to go to the capital for the summer festival this year.
Wait, what summer festival?
It's a seasonal holiday, kind of. Most of the major cities in Erebonia celebrate it in June. I've heard it's actually an old animistic? Animistic? What's animistic? I heard it's actually an old animistic festival that the Septian Church adopted.
Oh, I see. We actually do have a similar festival in Nord. Though it's mostly celebrated in June. Why does the capital wait until July?
You know, I've always wondered that too. Does anyone actually know?
The standards for teaching just aren't what they used to be. I believe it has something to do with the War of the Lions, though beyond that...
That's correct. July is the month when Emperor Drygles brought an end to the Civil War. Because of that, the summer festival was held a month late, alongside celebrations of the war's end. Interesting. Actually, I think Instructor Thomas was talking about that one time, but it seems like he was just gonna babble on forever, so I managed to worm my way out of the conversation. Well, I can't say I blame you. If you let him, he could go on about history all day. How does he? He doesn't know how to shut up. Anyway, make sure you don't let the heat sap your strength. Though I'm sure our miracle-working maid will whip up a massive meal to keep you energized. And it really does seem like she and Sharon have some kind of history together. I bet my mirror on it. Sharon's always plays innocent whenever I ask her about it, though. Well, that about does it for homeroom. If you'll do the honors, Machias.
Yes, instructor. All rise, bow. What are these symbols above their head? Is that supposed to, like, represent that they're talking? I'm guessing.
I'm gonna go after her, okay? Thanks. Do you think you could maybe make a little more effort to get along with her? You are her senior after all. I'm aware of that, however. Looks like those two are getting along the same as ever.
They seem to be arguing after their race in our swim course, too. I heard their group's last field study score was middling as well. It's true. They were like that the entire trip. It's nothing you can do to smooth things out between them, Reen.
Well, I'd love to do something for them if I could, but no. Wait, why me?
Well, you just seem so good at this kind of thing. A real natural. And besides, you're the well-intentioned Mark who got duped into running errands for the student council.
It's not like I'd do anything that major for them. What's wrong, Elliot? So sorry, what were you saying? Oh, right. I have to agree, Reen. I think you're the best one for the job, too. I mean, it was thanks to you that Eustace and Machias became buddies. Who the hell became buddies?
You must be sniffing roses in the Garden of Delusions if you think I'm a friend of his.
You both say that, but you're totally the same way, Lee. Anyways, I hate to dish and dash, but I've got Club E to get to.
Oh yeah, Windorster, right? I should be on my way as well. Actually, I've got a club meeting to attend to myself. I'll catch you later then.
Class 7 uniform, what? Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. I think it's time to save. We're going to save, and 9 o'clock we will be playing Final Fantasy IX. So, I'm going to take a short break to grab something to eat. We'll end the stream here for The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, and it was great to have a little bonus action time on this game. I love it so much. Fantastic game so far. Really just digging everything about this game. It's so much fun. It really knows how to be lighthearted and change gears into serious, then back to lighthearted without seeming ridiculous. It's been such a great game. I mean, it's like playing an anime as a video game. I could really see this being just an anime TV series. Fantastic game so far. Great soundtrack.
Right.
Amazing, really great soundtrack. The only complaint I have was that weird song in the Highlands with that weird high-pitched whistle noise, and it didn't seem to be mixed very well. But other than that, all the other songs seem to be very well produced and mixed really well. Just loving this game so far, and can't wait to get back to play some more of it. And in the not-too-distant future, probably this weekend sometime, we'll be doing a little more. Also, on Tuesdays, we're looking for another game to play. This might be our new Tuesday series. We might start doing this game regularly on Tuesdays. and also pick up with the second game in the series, which is also on PlayStation Now. And from what I could tell, there's 4 of these games, and they're supposed to be all rather lengthy games. And so far, this game has been rather lengthy. Let's look at our playtime. 35 hours in, and it does not feel like we're anywhere near the end of this game. And we're only level 30, so yeah, I have a feeling this game is going to continue on for at least 60 to 80 hours, and maybe 80 at plus. Who knows? I feel like we're not even barely scratching the surface of this game. It still feels like we're kind of getting started. Or we could be coming close to the end. I don't know how many hours these games are supposed to be. I'm sure you could sink, easily 60 to 80 hours into this game. If it's not even longer than that, who knows? So, yeah, anyways, take a little break here. We're going to end the stream right here, and we'll be back at 9 o'clock for Final Fantasy IX. All right, catch you then.